Ladies and gentlemen, Nick DiPaolo podcast is on. Let's play this right at the top. Here we go.
What the hell? Let's throw yellow in there.
That's right. That's Joey List, and he's here off his Letterman debut, smashing success.
Fresh off.
I
feel like $100 over here.
You do.
The emails have really been pouring in.
Have they really?
Yeah, a lot of ladies.
Telling you, get on TV, you'll get your prick sucked. Who's calling you, Aunt?
Aunt Debbie, Aunt Donna, Aunt Darlene, Uncle Dale, Uncle Doug, all Facebooked me.
They must be excited.
Everyone's excited. My mother yesterday said she was on a 3-day high.
Yeah,
so she didn't want to come
drinks.
down.
Oh, she's talking about your parents?
But she's on ecstasy. She just found Molly recently. Sweet gal.
Let me tell you something. I was there. I tied Joe's necktie.
That's true.
How do you not how to tie a tie? What are you, an orphan? What the fuck?
Well, you met my dad. He's a mute. My dad doesn't talk much. I've tied a couple ties on YouTube, via YouTube.
Yeah.
But
same place you can learn how to tie a noose. That's the most Googled. That's the most Googled question ever. How to tie a necktie.
Oh, a necktie?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I meant a noose.
No, noose is like third.
That's the most amongst comedians.
Bow tie is second.
I think comedians are probably two of the top vote getters or whatever, fucking searchers on noose and necktie. I never had a job before. I worked at Filene's, but my dad tied my tie.
What were you wearing, a miniskirt? For Christ's
tough.
sake, you didn't you like graduate? I don't know. When would you wear a tie?
I graduated high school. I wore a tie then, I think probably, but someone tied it. And my dad was he never spoke. He would rather just do it and then just leave it on my door, like I was getting laid.
Yeah, he doesn't say much.
He's a quiet guy. I don't know if he liked the set.
He didn't even tell you? He had no opinion on it?
No, he doesn't say much.
Did he used to put cigarettes out on you as a baby?
No, never. He hit me one time in the face real hard.
Just once?
Just once. He left a handprint on my face.
Just once?
Just once.
Seriously?
Yeah, just one time. He really ripped it, though. I mean, he gripped it and ripped it. It was a good one.
Just once?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Not bad.
Left me at a Papagino's one time as well.
Christ's sake. Your dad only hit you once in your life?
Yeah.
This is me and my dad from, I'd say, age of 4 to the age of 6.
What's the idea? Get upstairs. Sit down.
That was at Thanksgiving, because I said I didn't like carrots. That's a true story. I was in high school. And me and my old man were fighting, and we had company over. And he said, my mother said, "Do you want salad?" And I was in a pissy mood. I go, "What kind of lettuce is it?" Because I only like romaine. My old man smacked me. He was sitting 2 seats from me with a backhand. This is not when I was 5 or an 8 or 12.
Right.
And a sophomore in high school.
Right.
In front of company. He backhands me.
That's what my daddy did. We sat in the car, and he backhanded me. I was in the middle seat. And he hit me, and it left a handprint on my face.
That's a good smack.
Like across my face. And I guess I didn't even cry. I just looked at him like, what? Why? And then he felt bad and never did it again, I guess.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And he stopped talking to me.
Smacked so many times with both hands, too. He used to make my ears ring.
Right. Oh,
I mean, and like I said, I had it coming on most occasions.
Right.
Most occasions.
Yeah, he did. I don't think my dad, he's not a passionate guy.
He didn't say 2 words. Even after you sat, we're on the sidewalk. Are you proud of your kid? And he just lit up a joint and walked away. No, he didn't. He didn't say anything.
I know, it's very bizarre. I have to communicate with him through my mom. I got to call my mother and be like, "Did Dad have fun?" And she's like, "What are you kidding? He had the best time of his life."
Is he like classic old school Irish?
It's very Irish. His father never spoke either.
Yeah, that's typical of Catholic, upbringing.
Yeah, very Irish Catholic. His mother's never said "I love you" to anybody. None of them have ever said "I love you" or smiled. It's crazy.
Your mother was happy. I could see it in her.
Yeah,
she had a smile on her face, and I said, "Wipe that off."
She was real nervous, I think, that day.
I know, she farted a couple times in the green room. She must have been really...
Well, there was a lot of cookies back there. By the way, those cookies back in the backstage of the Late Show. I don't know if anyone's listening but the best cookies I've ever had in my life. As soon as I walked up, I grabbed like a snack of 6 of them, just housed them.
It's funny though. It's the same. My last Letterman, I think, was 7 years ago, maybe. I don't know, but it was the same setup, same sandwiches, same cookies.
Yeah, it was exciting. I'd been there a few times before, so it was exciting, and the cookies were great.
No, it was me and Gary Gulman were there, and Maureen, Joe's fiance,
confidant.
confidant,
and my girlfriend,
and Sarah was there. Another one who I've known her for 2 years. I've heard her say hi once.
I know, and she's been on the podcast.
I know.
Doesn't say much.
She doesn't say anything.
She's quite good, but she was crying afterwards, so I had to marry her.
Well, that's because Gary
now.
hit her. She tried to talk during the set, and Gary slapped her. Me and Gulman watched it arm in arm.
Yeah.
We had arm around each other's shoulders, standing up at the corner of the TV
that makes me feel
in the
good.
dressing room, and we're just making fun of you. And you were doing great, and Gary's like, Gary's like, hey, he's dying. Which you weren't. You were fucking murdering. And it's a big thing, folks. I'll tell you, it doesn't, and I've said this before, career-wise, doesn't have the cachet it had or whatever.
Yeah,
but you still have to get it under your belt. It's like a college diploma. You got to have it.
Right. It was exciting. I feel like I'm in a new club. But, not a single showbiz email or phone call yet. I added about 50 Twitter followers and some nice comments. I had a good Facebook day, a few good Facebook days. It was nice because I shot Wednesday. So Wednesday I said I just did Letterman, so I got all this congratulations. And then Thursday I got everyone writing, you got to watch it. And then Friday everyone wrote, it was great for the most part.
And, dude, I got to tell you, because Joe's a nervous Nelly. That's his whole nature.
That's my thing.
So I was curious, how's this kid going to handle this? And I'm not just talking about the set itself, but beforehand, in the dressing room and getting your parents in and all that shit. I'm just the opposite. I don't want anybody near me. I think Colin came to my first one.
Yeah.
And Greg Zook, my buddy down from Miami.
Yeah, I know all about that guy.
But you had me, Gary. You had to take care of your parents before and you weren't even before the show. You walking down the sidewalk like I thought he'd have a piss stain on the way down. Just relaxed, and then you're fucking around with us in the dressing room beforehand, and it's good. I mean, a lot of people like that because it makes you feel good to be around your friends, and you're not thinking about what you're gonna do. Right.
Yeah, it felt like a gig to me. It felt silly. I kept waiting to get hit with this panic. That's when because I had panic attacks years ago, and I'm a lunatic. But
that was the Craig Ferguson show.
It kept
understandable.
It kept feeling. I felt very loose. We were just goofing around. Then I had this moment where I was like, "Oh, I think I'm just not gonna get nervous for this. I just feel good."
You didn't.
And we felt good. And then I was like, "Let me go down early," and then because I was gonna be freaking out, and then it never really came. Even when I was backstage in the room, I was like, I had this moment where I'm like, well, I guess I'm just going to do this like this. I feel fine. And then the sound guy was like, hey, have you ever worked Levity Live in West Nyack? 30 seconds. It's a good club up there. And we were just chatting.
Which is actually good, believe it or not.
Yeah,
I would have told him to shut up.
Right.
I get nuts. Even at the Comedy Cellar, people come up to you.
Right.
Oh, the comics. I'm about to go on.
Right.
I'm trying to...
Well, I think it helped doing my network television debut 31 years into comedy. I've been doing stand-up for 14 years.
It's a good point. But preparation is also
right.
You are over-prepared. I mean, I'm saying that in a good way.
Right.
When you're prepared,
right.
I mean, it really is true. You're prepared.
Right.
Especially in stand-up for a TV set. It's not how you work when you do like a live gig. I don't know. When I do Caroline's or something, I don't know what I'm going to say next.
Right.
I have my jokes, my proven stuff.
Right.
But but with the TV thing, you gotta sort of know, have a plan.
Right. Well, that's what I kept doing is when we were hanging out, I would walk away and be like, let me make sure I know all these jokes front to back. But that's that thing of like, of course I know them. I've run the set 40 times. I've been doing the jokes for a long time.
So you trusted it.
Yeah,
that's
trusted
what they
it.
say.
Felt good. And David Tell was saying that before. He's like, I look at late nights as just part of the job. Occasionally, you have to go do a late night, and so you go because that's your job. So I kind of looked at it that way. Of we're just at work here. And then they're the hottest crowd ever. So it was like one of the things of like I don't actually have anything to worry about.
You don't.
Here.
I mean, and that's what I said to you. It's like it's bomb proof.
Right. No one's ever had a bad set. People have done bad jokes on Letterman, but haven't had a bad
it's hard
set.
to have a bad response. Because the audiences tend to doesn't matter if you're Gaffigan, you're doing your 4,000th. They treat you like you've never done comedy before.
Right.
They're nervous for you. Doesn't matter if it's your 50th appearance or your first.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right,
so they
right.
treat you like... And the applause sometimes would get annoying. You know? You want them to laugh, but...
Right.
That's where the timing thing...
Yeah, it was weird. There was one part I left a tag in after an applause break that didn't get much that I probably
Everybody does that. My
probably
first
should've
one,
dropped, but-
it's still yours, still got a laugh.
Right. It got a little laugh. But I as the applause was happening, I was like, I should probably drop this. And I was like, but I love it. And I left it in there and it didn't get much.
My first one, I tagged a joke. The tag got zilch. L0.
Right.
But, you know, you're like, it's worked 1,000 nights in a row. I'm going to leave it out.
I'm thinking about the comics. At that moment, I'm thinking about the comics. I want the comedians to hear all of the things I wrote for this.
I'm thinking about the strippers and the old people in hospitals watching me because I do it for them.
Yeah.
Coke drip.
But it was not. But the weird thing about sort of being zenned out a little bit beforehand was that afterwards I didn't have that triumphant feel. It just was like the same as before. I was like, well, that was that. We did that.
Yeah, cross it off your bucket list.
Yeah, but I wanted to, like, in my mind, I was going to, like, sprawl onto the floor and lay there and, like, Jordan after the 93 championship.
What, kissing
Kissing the
Letterman's microphone?
Right.
No, but I like the little hand thing you did.
Yeah, I don't know. It was all a blur.
It was one of these, like when you know, when people do that, they put their hands together above the head like I'm the champion of the
Right.
world.
It was, thank you. That was my way of showing.
No, but it was impressive, man. It was. You were totally relaxed. Let me ask you something. You're a meditation guy.
Yes.
You've been trying to get me into it.
Yeah.
And I actually tried it this weekend. I tried meditation. Every time I sit in a room with my own thoughts, it goes two places, to pizza and pussy.
Yeah, it's all pussy. But that's the thing. It's meditation is like, it's like working out. It's like you look at meditation, you're like, you try it and you're like, oh, I just thought about fucking pizza and pussy. But you got to look at it as like working out. You wouldn't just go to the gym and then be like, ah, shit, I'm not in shape. It's one. You have to keep going and going and doing it.
What do you mean? You get better at it each
time? Yeah, it's like
time?
exercise.
But what
Like,
do
if
you do?
wouldn't-
Exactly what do you do?
You try to keep going back to your breath, focusing on your breath, and there's different sort of mantras you can do. But
Focus on your breath?
Yeah.
What if I just ate ass? And I'm focusing on search.
you want to do a little nose breathing and just be still and breathe. And like you're breathing right now, you're breathing all the time, but
what
you're
do you
not aware of it.
But what are you thinking?
Well, you let your thoughts kind of come and go.
Do you picture a lake with a tree, all that horse
No, I
shit?
don't do that nonsense. But your thought,
Puerto Rican with a gun? What are you thinking?
the idea of your thoughts come, and you want to. The idea that they say is like a river. You let them just float away down the river. You don't try to get rid of your thoughts or direct your thoughts. You have stuff come into your mind, and then you let it go away on its own. And you try to come back and focus on your in-breath and out-breath.
But what if the thought that's coming into your mind is, ooh, I got to be at the cellar tonight at...
You have that, but you go, okay, and then...
What do you do with that thought?
You let it just float away.
Let it float away.
Yeah, you let it get going. You go back to your... You go, I can deal with that after this is over. And then you come back to your breath. It's a very silly thing. That's why I wrote fucking 80 minutes of jokes on it. Only 3 of them work. But
you have to. But you had to read a whole book to learn how to
I've read a bunch of books.
think.
Thich Nhat Hanh. I always read it. It's like my...
Thich Nhat Hanh?
Thich...
Did you just say Thich Nhat Hanh?
Yeah.
The fuck is that?
He's
a goalie, isn't he, for Yugoslavia?
He's a Buddhist monk, Vietnamese Buddhist monk, and he's like 8,500 years old, and he's a terrific guy. That's a swell guy.
Is he's the Tony Robbins of...
He's a Buddhist. He works at the Late Show.
He's the Billy Mays of meditation?
He's a boom mic operator at the Late Show.
You're kidding, right? Because I saw an Indian guy there. Is he Indian? What is he? Filipino?
He's Vietnamese.
Was he Vietnamese?
He's Vietnamese. Yeah, he was there for the war. He meditated through it and didn't get bombed.
Well, I don't respect him because he didn't light himself on fire like the other guy.
He did. He survived. That's what's so crazy about him.
Tick did? Tick lit himself on fire?
He stopped, dropped, and rolled.
No, did he really?
No, he's fine. But he's a badass. Martin Luther King nominated him for the Nobel Peace Prize when he was 22 years old.
Why did Martin Luther King get to nominate anybody?
Because he won.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah, the winners nominate.
Really?
Yeah, dog.
No shit.
Yeah, that's how it goes. That's that's how comedy should be. I should be able to
didn't know
give someone a
that.
Letterman credit right now.
I didn't know that. I forgot who. I guess I didn't realize who nominated the...
Yeah, I think so. I think
Past
all the
winners?
past winners, get to give it away. That's that great joke about Osama. I mean,
Who'd Obama give it to?
Obama won. Well, he can just nominate to
Bo Bergdahl?
Remember, Ted Alexander had that joke. He said,
What'd he say?
President Obama won two Nobel Peace. He won the Nobel Peace Prize, which is a little weird because he was the president of a country that was involved in 2 wars. Surely there's another. Maybe there's a candidate who was only involved in 1 war at the time who could have won the Nobel Peace Prize. Great comedian. Anyways, back to me. But yeah, Thich Nhat Hanh. ThichNhatHanh. But this guy, he's changed my whole life. I went and meditated with him one time in Boston, in Copley Square. He led a meditation thing. He's written like 70 books.
Has it helped you?
It's helped me tremendously. It changed my whole life. I wouldn't say that it's not fair to say I'm a Buddhist, but it's fair to say that Buddhism has changed my life.
No, I know you're not a Buddhist. I don't see.
I masturbate too much.
I don't see too many Buddhists eating pizza and Twizzlers.
But yeah, sobriety and meditation. Those are my 2 for being sort of relaxed at the thing.
Well, that's what I was going to get to. That was the other impressive thing, okay?
Yeah.
Because Joe was a hard-ass drinker. Quit how long ago?
Like a year and a half ago or so. 17 months, maybe.
About 17 months, okay? So when something like doing your first Letterman comes up, I got to believe the urge to have a scotch or a sniff or 2. Am I right? Did it ever even enter your mind?
Not so much, no. Because, well, I've taken precautions against such things and...
But so it didn't enter your mind?
No. I thought about getting a Xanax because I have an old prescription to Xanax, and my buddy had a Xanax.
Oh, but you did think about something.
Yeah, I thought about taking a Xanax in case I had a fucking panic attack. Because panic disorder, I mean, similar to alcoholism, is just in you, and herpes. I got 3 things that just never go away. You just have to try to control them.
Well, Jesus, I figured herpes would make you panic.
Oh, yeah. Well, herpes, I'm crazy outbroken right now. It looks like...
What's your prick look like?
Looks like a... I'm trying to think of something funny.
Those dots. You know those pink dots your kids like?
I'm adjusting my penis right now as we speak, but not because...
Yeah, don't... it's my couch. I'm going to leave here. My couch has a giant blister and a mushroom growing on it. Oozing...
But yeah, so I was worried about having a panic attack or whatever because that's like the old me would have. But I just kept going. Like the days before, I was like, man, what if I'm freaking out at the time of the show? But then you kind of go, well, I'm not freaking out now. You just keep living in that moment, which is another sort of Buddhist
living
thing.
in the moment. That's one I can't get down.
It's
I'm always looking ahead.
Yeah, you struggle with that.
Oh, I struggle horribly with that.
That's why coming back to your breath, you remember that you're alive in this moment, and it's the only thing that's actually real.
Why is it the breath, though? Why can't you just look down at your fingers and go, I have fingers?
You can do
You know what I mean? Why is it?
Well, because you're doing things. Maybe you're knitting or masturbating.
Okay, yeah. I'm sitting there knitting, making a sweater for my uncle, who just came out of the closet. I still don't get it. So you start focusing on your breath?
But yeah, you just get some of these books. Get a Thich Nhat Hanh. He's got some great books. He's got a big book called Peace of Mind. He's got another one called Happiness. Those are 2 of the great ones that I've read.
Did he write that song with Pharrell?
Happiness is a warm gun. That was the only song I could think of with happiness in it. But yeah, I'm way into that nonsense. And then I got a gym membership with a steam room. I'm a big fan of the steam room.
You got a gym membership to the steam room?
Well, with the steam room. The gym has a steam room in it, which I didn't realize was a place that homos went to have sex with each other.
Well, yeah, they're going to be thrilled to see you with that prick that looks like a carrot that gets stuck in a disposal when it said full blister. Joe got around with the broad, so
I did a lot.
You should wear that badge of courage.
Yeah, I had sex with a lot of gals.
That's good for you, man.
Most of them in the heavyweight class, I would say.
That's true. Joe used to go after the heifers. That's booze related.
That's a weird thing when people go like, "Oh, you like fat girl?" I'm like, "Well, no, that's what I'm getting."
Yeah, exactly.
It's not my thing. I like a petite gal. All my girlfriends have been petite. All the side projects have been big like Texas. But yeah, I don't know. But I think the steam room helps too. I steamed the morning of. I went and I met up with Colin. He's all knowing. He's very wise. Having you there was helpful, obviously. And
Jesus, I'm third on the list. The fuck?
Well, I went in order of the day. You were the third person I saw.
I talked him moving down here. Now he's on the fast track to fame. I'm sitting here interviewing him in my living room.
Is this a living room?
No, it's my man cave.
There's a bench set here. Yeah, so I think I just had a nice, relaxing day. But again, with the doing comedy for 14 years. You've done it. I've done 4,000 sets or whatever the fuck, or more than that.
Yeah.
Way more than that.
But that's the way it should be, in my opinion.
I agree.
These people, throw them on some comic who's been doing comedy 3 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not going to mention any names, but somebody that hangs out in the clubs that we go to, a young kid,
Right.
did it, and it looked it.
Right.
It looked it. He was moving all over the place. He asked a question to open his bit.
Right.
It was, he wasn't, So I like the fact that they use season. You're a seasoned guy. You overdo though. Yeah. I mean,
think so.
14's a long time.
I like to think so.
And it was again. The relaxation part was what I was really impressed with.
Well, it was a lot of fun. I was very excited.
I thought you were going to drop a yellow log out of your pantsuit leg. We were howling.
It felt good. Elvis Costello, he was freaking out. He looked
Was
very
he?
nervous. No, I don't know. He didn't seem very pleasant, but then I was thinking we were arguing politics very loudly. We might have offended him.
Yeah,
we
tough
were next,
shit.
We were next door to him, and you were
I'll take him in, Michael Stipe.
you were doing your
Jerk-offs.
thing.
Yeah, what was I talking about?
I can't remember, but I remember thinking, oh, God, Elvis Costello's going to think
Yeah,
we're
tough shit, Elvis.
lunatics. But, it was great.
Remember he stuck his head into at the end of the show. He was looking for his bag. Were you in the
No, I don't think I was
green room?
there.
Sticks his head in, he goes, who's got my bag?
Oh,
Like, looking right at
yeah,
me.
you were saying that. And then Gulman yelled out he couldn't follow you, which was fun. And then then Gulman said, you'll get him next time. And he said it loud enough, I think, that he could have heard of him. And then Maureen was a little upset with Gulman, I think.
Yeah, tell Maureen to relax. Canadian. Hey, tell the people when you came off right after doing this set, who greeted you and what did we say?
Oh, yeah, I walked off. And it's funny because I was hoping this was going to happen the whole time when I realized you guys were coming. I was like, somebody better do this. And I almost said it, but then I was like, they'll know to do it.
I know.
And so then I walk off stage and you go, oh, there he is. And, oh, you broke your cherry. And it was...
Me and Gulman hugged him. Oh,
was
you
all
broke the chair.
all I wanted. And then my girlfriend was crying, which was nice. Now I have to marry her because she was happy for me.
And then 5 minutes later, I introduced to him a guy, and I said, Joe, this is Henry. You're going to be working again. How you doing, Henry?
Yeah, all right.
So did the girlfriend put the boots to you that night? She must have been.
Yeah, it was
that
exciting.
makes them moist, huh?
Yeah, she wore a nice dress. I asked her to leave the dress on, but she was too tired, so we had to have sex the next morning. No dress, but...
No shit. She was too tired.
Well, we stayed out pretty late. My parents, they're big booze bags, so we ended up drinking till like 3 in the morning.
Wait, did your girlfriend drink?
No, she doesn't drink.
So...
She'd been sober for years. But we went to Lombardi's, which is the best pizza in the city as far as I can tell.
What place is that?
Lombardi's.
What place is that?
What the hell's going on out here?
Lombardi's best meatballs. They're $5 a piece, but these meatballs, they melt in your mouth. It's like eating teenage pussy. Terrific.
I was going to say that. So does 18-year-old ass.
It's all red and spicy. And
It was good, the Lombardi. Lombardi's is the first... I told you, the first pizza joint in the United States of America, not just New York.
Wow.
First pizza joint in this country.
Wow.
At least that's what they said on Unwrapped. And it has a coal burning oven. They
Right.
still use the coal burning oven.
Yeah, the pizza's unbelievable. The meatballs are unbelievable. We went there. And then
I say fuck fossil fuels. I want a nice meatball pie.
Then we walked over to the bar. We watched Game 1. My parents are hockey fans. I'm a hockey fan. We watched Game 1 at a bar, and then went over to the Comedy Cellar, had dessert there. And
So the parents saw the cellar, too?
yeah, they've been there before. They saw you there back in 03 when I
that's
lived
right.
there. You called your wife a cunt, I believe, on stage.
Oh, I did. Joke.
was
Come on, my
memorable.
parents listen to this. Again, if I did, it was joking.
It was
It's not like she was in the audience.
No,
That's
no.
when I usually do it.
My parents were there, were like, who's this angry young man?
They didn't think I was funny?
I thought you were hilarious. I told you that my parents were just cleaning out my attic the other day, and they found your CD from 1998. They listened to it. They were howling. They
That
loved
would
it.
be Born This Way.
Born This Way.
Available on Amazon, iTunes, and all those other tunes.
Yeah, they loved it. And then they found my father's Social Security card in a box of baseball cards.
I know, you told me that.
Because my dad doesn't travel and he hasn't had a new job in 30 years, so he hasn't needed his Social Security card. So it was just in a bunch of Don
I don't
Russ.
carry mine with me. I don't have it on me.
Well, you're not
You?
supposed to have it on you. You're not supposed to do that.
Okay, so what's the big story here? We found that a box where it belonged.
Well, baseball cards is a weird place. Someone could have purchased it for a nickel at a yard sale.
He's got a Social Security card that smells like bubble gum. We found it right under a Bob Stanley rookie card.
It's got his statistics on it. Bob Stanley was my dad's favorite player, the Steamer Stanley.
Tell him that he's got shit taste. No, he was a good guy, Bob. He got it done most days. I still blame 86 on Rich Gedman.
Yeah, I think it was Gedman.
I'm with
agree.
you.
Completely. They called it a wild pitch. He shouldn't have
Wild
had it.
pitch. He had to reach 3 inches to his left.
I agree.
He had the fucking reflexes of you know who.
And let's not let Schiraldi off the hook either.
And
Four base hits in a row.
See, this is two Bostonians going back.
Yeah, 35 years.
Yeah.
After winning 3 championships in the last 10, we're still...
Boy, do they stink this year, though, I'll tell you.
I think, well, clearly it was a, what do you call it, an apparition? What happened
No,
last year?
why are people saying that? How about they had the best team last year?
Well, they were the worst team in the league, then won the World Series, now the worst team in the league again.
First of all, they're not the worst team in the league this year.
I know that, but
And,
they're very close to it.
They were the best last year. I mean, the statistics proved it out.
I know they were the best, but it seemed like everyone had sort of fluky type career years.
You could say that about anybody who wins it. You
Not
know,
the teams that win 4 in a row.
like who?
I don't know, the New York Islanders.
That's a different era. No, don't change sports on me. Who am I arguing with? My wife here?
I'm
Stay with the
joking.
logic. No, but in this day and age, where free agents,
Right.
the teams never look the same the next year. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, teams that have won it, like the A's in the 70s, 3 years in a row, they had the same team.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's why so many different teams have won. They don't repeat that much, right? Is
Right.
that true?
That's what they're trying to make it that way, yeah.
Yeah, so, but boy, PU.
Yeah, they stink.
Jesus, Jackie Bradley Jr. couldn't hit my mother throwing softballs up there.
I haven't watched much baseball because I'm still into the hockey. I need hockey to end, and then I switch over to baseball.
So let's. It's so funny you say that. So, anyways, yeah, I was gonna
We
talk
delivered
about
the
the
ball.
roofing thing and how I don't have cable right now. I've been following the NHL playoffs every minute for 4 months,
Right.
and I had my roof done on my house. It's still not done, and the guys moved the DirecTV dish, and and people are going to go, yeah, you know, you can adjust the dish. There's an app for it. You go up and you turn the thing. We did all that. Get on the phone. It
Yeah.
tells you how to tilt it, what elevation, what degree, nothing. And DirecTV goes, I'm in the VIP package, at least.
Right.
I was. And they're like, we can't get a guy out there till Wednesday. So I can't watch the hockey game tonight. I saw the first two. And I'm going into the city anyways
Right.
to maybe put a little set together for Letterman.
Right.
We'll talk about that in a few minutes. So I got nothing.
Maybe we should go to the game tonight.
Go to the game?
Let's go.
I can't. I got to do my...
I got $80.
Booze. $80. That's terrific. We'll be watching it from what? Under the Zamboni? As they... So that's what I look forward to when I come home.
So what are you going to do? Are you going to watch it at the cellar or something?
They won't have it on.
They have it on a little TV.
Please. They'll have on whatever. They'll have a women's semifinal college softball. Watch a big diesel.
Well, some players don't even have the channel because it's on whatever, NBC Sports.
It's the beauty of... well, I watched it streaming the other night on my iPad.
See, that never works for me. I always end up throwing my fucking iPad across the hotel. During the Olympics, I tried to watch it, and it kept cutting in and out because I was at a fucking
but that was what?
Motel Tom or whatever.
And you were trying to watch synchronized swimming, so nobody gives a shit. But no, I know. And you can stream it, and, you know, there's a thing that you can put it up on your TV. There's a button you hit.
Oh, wow.
So you can watch it as it's streaming on your computer
that's right.
on the TV. But it was getting very choppy and breaking in and out on the TV.
That's what I was saying.
But when I put it back on the iPad, I don't know why, it was smooth sailing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know. So I don't know enough about it. But so I got to watch it streaming. But the point is, tonight, I don't think you can't record something you're streaming.
No,
I mean,
no.
some psycho out there knows how to do that, I'm sure.
Right.
Some kid who's a big Game of Thrones fan. You
Trying to get-
comfortable? You
trying
all
to get
right?
Comfy. Oh, this is perfect, actually.
I
now that I'm kind of
got
laying
pillows,
down.
Joe. You want to pull it
No,
under
I
your
don't need
blister-ridden balls?
I don't need a pillow. This is perfect. I should have been laying like this the whole time. I feel like I'm on the cover of an 80s movie. I got my feet up, laying here with a headset on and a big erection.
Let's play. I want to play one of my old comedians. I'm going to move with this guy.
Pride, anger, covetousness, I can never say that, lust, gluttony, envy, and sloth are collectively known as what?
Oh, the Bill of Rights.
That was Paul Lynde. You weren't even born, were you?
Oh, he's a big gay fellow, right?
Oh, funniest motherfucker alive, straight or gay.
Wow.
Used to kill me. And he was a mean drunk. That's what I liked about him.
Wow.
He went off on some lady in first class on a plane.
Boy, closeted homosexuality, that'll make you mean, I would think.
Oh, the booze will.
Yeah, well, both of those things. It's a bad combo. I know from experience.
So yeah. So anyways, that's the deal. I don't have the cable because I had my I'm having my roof done, and my wife's brother is a roofer. He's everything. This guy can lay brick. He can do anything.
Right.
One of these guys, he works for general contract, but roofing is his specialty. So he comes down, right, with my wife Andy's cousin, another guy who, you talk about salt of the earth, fucking hard. I never felt so guilty about what I do for a living.
Right.
Watching these guys, they get to my house on Saturday morning. They had to drive here an hour and a half, so they get up at like 4. They're on my roof by 6:45 or 6:30.
Now, are you awake? Do you wake up for this, or you wake up from the roofing?
That's what I'm saying. It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare because I don't sleep well to begin with, right?
Right.
So, and I know they're coming, and yeah, and so I'm in our bedroom, me and my wife, and of course they start there. So they're standing literally 4 feet above our heads, and you're hearing shit drop and fucking hear.
Oh my God.
And I didn't even get mad because I like these guys so much,
right?
And just appreciated what hardcore. This is on their weekend off, by the way.
I always feel grateful when I see construction workers and roofers and stuff. And I take a moment, and this is in my Buddhism. I take a moment, I find my breath, and I get thankful that I'm hilarious and not fucking hammering
Good with
nails
a jackhammer
for a thing. Yeah.
Well, I did that shit for a summer. I've done both.
I did roofing a couple times, twice.
Did you really?
Yeah, I got sunburned, I got stung by a bee, and I quit. I couldn't carry a thing. I'm afraid of bees. I couldn't do it. I almost killed myself. I'd rather jump off and break my patella and both ankles than get stung by a hornet.
Oh, I ran over a nest as a kid, cutting the grass. Wasps. There was a nest underground. I didn't even know that existed.
Did I tell you about the time I slam dunked the branch? I was like 12 with my whole family, and I was doing like
and
Jordan.
And I was like,
Jordan! And I jumped up and slammed a branch. I grabbed a thing. Everyone in my family got stung except for me. They went crazy, and I just ran.
Maybe that's why your dad
them.
doesn't taught you anymore.
That might be. It might be it.
I got stung 7 times on one arm. And my grandmother, I think I told this on a previous podcast, my grandmother from Italy uses the high-tech, all the high-tech medical shit. Right. She soaked rocks in ice water and then put them on my arms, the cold rocks.
Oh, wow.
To make the swelling go down. But,
Did it work?
Yeah, because the rocks stay cold for a long time. The ice cubes would melt. It was 110 on an August day.
Wow.
See that? Old school
That's
Guinea.
pretty good.
Then she threw the rocks at my grandfather.
Maybe I'll throw some rocks in my freezer. She's like William Wallace. Maybe I'll put some rocks in my freezer just in case I get an outbreak.
They were up on the roof, though. God bless these guys. They were up there at 6:30 in the morning. They came down at like 6:30 that night.
Wow.
And I mean, they had lunch for about a half hour.
Wow. And white.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And oh, yeah. They, I wouldn't fuck with either one of these guys. Bobby, my brother-in-law, is just a quiet, nice guy, painfully shy.
Yeah.
Got a few tattoos on his chest and shit, and
right. Something
he's been known to, hit the sauce a little bit, but just the nicest guy you ever want to meet, who can fix it. See, this whole man cave we're doing this show, and he did all this.
Yeah. Oh wow.
He did all this. This was like a shithole down here, and he framed everything out, and the sheetrock, and he can do anything, the electricity, all that stuff. But he's up on the, and he says he loves roofing out of all this stuff.
Wow.
But these guys are up there, and then Johnny, my wife's cousin Johnny, he's got like tattoo sleeves on both arms.
Yeah.
And
real men.
He got into an encounter, a road rage thing. 2 guys chased him into a parking lot, and he defended himself and ended up having to go away to college, as they say, for a few years.
Oh, wow.
He weighs about 140 pounds, soaking wet.
Say hello to those blowjob hacks.
Henry! But I love these guys. Salt of the earth. And they're up there. They're so funny. They're up there, cigarettes in the mouth, no sunblock on.
Wow.
Their backs are glowing. Like.
Now, I've been reading the sun is actually healthier than it is bad.
But not in doses like that.
Not in long doses over the year. But
not 12-hour stints with no sun.
But I read that roofers actually live longer. There's more chance of the sun fighting things. Our friend Kevin Knox did all alternative medicine. He swore by the sun.
So, yeah, the vitamin D.
There's some and vitamin E as well, and the sun is like it provides life.
So why all this commotion about fucking global warming and the ozone? Fuck it, let it in.
Well, that's a totally different thing, I think.
What do you mean?
Well, that's
part of it. What do you think's heating up the fucking planet, the sun?
It could be a villain. Super villain. I don't know. Ever since I sat down, I feel very...
I know. You just... people at home, can you tell Joe's demeanor just changed?
He's laying down, but running out of what do you call it? Circulation in my leg. I have very bad circulation. My hands go numb in like 60-degree weather.
What are you, Jessica Tandy? What the fuck, you 110-year-old broad?
I don't know. My dad has it too.
In warm weather?
Not warm weather, but like like 40. My hands go numb quick.
That's bad circulation.
I got bad circulation. That's what I said. What does that mean? Does that mean I'm going to die?
Well,
like a cancer?
No, it means your feet. You'll go to a Patriots game in December. Your toes are going to snap off.
I know, it's terrible. I had it my whole life. It's brutal. When we used to go sledding, I used to like cry because my fingers would be numb real quick.
Well, maybe you're just wearing boots too tight, Joey.
It could be.
Joey boots. Yeah. So these guys are on the roof and just working their ass off.
Right.
I'm down here doing Pilates, looking up at them. Hey, is it hot up there? Let me get you some iced tea.
Now, how long does the whole job take?
They were here for 2 days, 12-hour days.
Wow.
And they got probably another week and 2 more days doing the same thing.
So they knocked the whole thing out 4 days.
They'll knock it out in 4 days.
Wow, but still no
and it's
TV.
a decent-sized roof.
And
but,
you have beautiful TVs, too. It kills me that this isn't being used.
What? Oh, right, well, for a few days. It gets overused.
I know, but the Cup final.
But I know, you can go up on the roof and adjust. There's a button on the, on the thing. This
Right.
is, and, people on Twitter, they'll all weigh in going, this is what you had to do. But, you turn this thing, and it adjusts the tilt
Right.
and the elevation, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, we couldn't get it to come in. And they said, Wednesdays as soon. Really?
Oh.
I used to work there. They're like, yeah, we know. That's why it'll be Wednesday. No. And then I'm going away Thursday.
Where are you going?
Fort Lauderdale Improv, folks.
Ooh-wee.
I'll be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I have to get down there a day early for press. So, which is, I think, 13, 14, and 15, I believe.
Wow.
Check. I'm always wrong with the dates, but that's this weekend at the Improv at the Hard Rock Casino.
Wow.
Fort Lauderdale.
Spent a weekend there one night.
Did you do that with me?
I've never done that room before, but I stayed. The worst hotel I ever stayed in America was in Fort Lauderdale. It was the end of a 9-day trip to me and my friend Tom Dustin. Who we went to Miami and then we went to Key West for 7 days and went to Fort Lauderdale. That's when we got robbed by prostitutes. The first day we were there.
They were male, though, right?
No,
wasn't that Key West?
Key West. It was a large lady of the night. African Americana, about 250 pounds. 2 of them. One stuck her tits on each eye. She bounced her tits in my eyes, and the
you
other
were
one
fucking robbed by the Pouncey brothers.
Yeah, the other one was touching my cock and went through my duffel bag and took $1,000 in cash. It was pre-ATM. I didn't have an ATM.
Were they 250 pounds?
No, but they were big. They were hefty.
Bigger than you?
Yeah, they looked like. You remember Papa Shango, the professional wrestler? Looked a little bit like that.
Papa Shango?
Yeah, he was like an early '90s wrestler. Although he might have been white. I can't remember.
Did he fight the Ultimate Warrior?
Yes, he fought the Ultimate Warrior.
Did he really?
Yeah, he poisoned him, made him throw up and die.
That was the thing?
That was one of the things, the angles, whatever. I only watched wrestling for like 3 years, but I remember all of it real well. But anyways, these big, heavy girls, they stole $500 in cash from my buddy Tom on a toilet. She was like sucking his dick on a toilet and going through his pockets. And then I didn't get my dick sucked. She just stuck her tits in my face. So now, anytime I look at my money, I think about how much money I have. I always add $1,000 to it because I got robbed. But that was my day one of the trip.
I'm just picturing this guy getting blown on the toilet.
Yeah, why she's going through his pockets.
That's why I never wear pants on the toilet. Sometimes I shit in the tub.
That's why I never receive blowjobs from hookers,
offensive linemen, from the Longhorns. Oh my God, that's a riveting story.
It was pretty brutal. Yeah, that was my Fort Lauderdale experience. That happened in Miami, though, the robbery.
Oh.
But Fort Lauderdale was the last day.
I like
of the
Lauderdale.
vacation.
We used to go there on spring break when we were kids. My freshman year, my senior year in high school, we went down to Fort Lauderdale. That was where everybody went for spring break. And about the third day in, I lost my wallet.
Oh, wow.
Heh.
How much dough were we talking?
Whatever, I don't know. Probably had a couple hundred in cash. I mean, whatever. But, you get your license and all that shit, so I'm sneaking around the rest of the trip.
Right.
And borrowing money from my buddies and stuff. And
yeah, it's brutal.
It wasn't much money, actually. There wasn't much cash in it. That's right. You know how I know that?
Barely enough to pay for the coffin.
There you go. When I got back from spring break.
Yeah.
You all right, Joe?
I'm very uncomfortable. I got to keep moving.
Jesus Christ, what do I have to get you? A dolly?
Maybe a recliner, a chair of some sort.
Oh, my God. You hear this, folks? This guy's done one Letterman, and I got him on a beautiful Bunny Boy sofa.
Bunny boy?
I don't know. It's fucking fits 2 people.
Yeah, but I tried to lay down. I'm too long
Hold
for it. I
on,
tried to
hold
sit
on.
on the crack.
I'm gonna get. Hold on.
What are you
I'm gonna
getting?
fix this.
What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to carry the show here? Oh, God. Well, folks, hit, deep, cot. That was a Major League 2 reference. Nick's getting me pillows. A plethora of pillows.
Yeah, here you go. Put it behind your back.
Oh, wow. This is amazing.
Lay back the way you were.
I know, but it was hurting my neck. I had to turn my head.
It's unbelievable. It's like I'm interviewing somebody from a convalescent home. What am I, from Visiting Angels?
Boy, this is unbelievable. This is too much.
Now it's too much. Now you get too many pillows.
You should
Look,
open
if you
with
laid
this.
the way you were laying, put the pillow under your feet.
All right, I'm laying.
Jesus Christ, should I change your catheter?
Hold on.
It's like interviewing somebody in their
wow.
late hundreds.
This
Yeah,
is
but
something.
now you're going to get the circulation problem. Put the pillow up. I'm telling you. That's the position.
I feel like Hyman Roth.
You feel like anyway,
Remember he's got his leg up on the thing?
I'd give 6 minutes to take a piss without it hurting.
Oh, here we go. Boy,
There
this
you
is
go.
living.
Yeah, there you go.
We could do a 3-hour show here.
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't know about content, but comfortability.
2 of you snoring.
Oh, boy, this is living.
It's getting warm in here, too.
Oh, boy. Well, that's you, not me complaining. That's, I think it's nice and comfy in here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It's like 119.
Look at that. There's your picture of you with Letterman. That's exciting.
I got the picture. Yeah, that's my first Letterman. And
So you got the blue card.
yeah, he gave me the card that he was holding in his hand.
Oh, wow.
And as you can see, I told you, I ripped the tits off. You saw it.
Yeah.
And he writes, okay. I hope he was being sarcastic.
I think he's just doodling. It's just a doodle.
Okay.
He wrote unbelievable on
Doodling.
mine.
Be funny if it was a picture of me with a knife in my head.
He wrote best I've ever seen on the back of mine, but, what can you do? He looks like a ghoul up front, up close. He's all made up, and
Well, I don't know if you want to say that on a podcast. We want to do the show again.
No, he looks like a ghouled father, a really good father. All right, well, that was the worst.
Ghoul is a compliment?
I don't know.
He's old. My wife almost ran him over. I told you, right?
No.
She rides horses up in his hometown,
Oh, yeah?
and she's driving up there, and there's a guy jogging in the street, and he's like 3 feet in the street. My wife almost clipped him,
Wow.
and she looks in her mirror, and it was Letterman.
Jesus.
That'd be good, huh? But I'm thinking about doing another one. I told you.
Yeah, you should.
6 months back, they said, you asked me if they, if I had anything material. And I said, well, I want the DVD in my hand, so let me wait.
Right.
But then I go with Joe to Letterman and start chatting up Bill Sheff, who I love. He's worked there forever.
Yeah, great guy.
And he
He's really
wanted me
nice.
on because he likes me all the time. So I said, all right, I'll put something together. So tonight I was going to go to the cellar and put 4 or 5 minutes down.
Right.
And I told you what they were,
Yeah, that's how I did it. I kept one in the cellar, and they give you the DVD right afterwards. They're real good there.
Yeah.
That's why I plugged it on there. They're real nice to me.
And where was I? I was at the Montreal Comedy Festival on my first one.
Oh, yeah,
And they plugged me, which was good. The second one, I don't even know where it is. I have it somewhere. Andy's got it somewhere on DVR. She remember everything was on disc. She transferred everything to digital. I don't know where it is. She knows where it is, but I don't even look at it.
I don't think I've ever seen the second one.
It was fine.
The first one's unbelievable, though.
Yeah, it was fine. But it was so good they asked me 6 years later to come back.
Yeah, you should go on there and do it again. I'll go with you.
Yeah, you should.
And then
only if you bring your parents, though.
Then when I see them, I can be like, hey, don't forget me, and then I'll go again. We'll be able to keep going.
How about right before they were about to come get him in the green room, like 3 minutes before I went up to Joe, I go, one of the security guys just told me they escorted your mother from the audience. We don't know why. Something about chest pains. Just what you want to hear. Joe, who's going to win the cup?
I think the Los Angeles Kings are going to win.
Oh, you're going out on a limb. No, I said that too. I know.
I mean, they're up 2-0. If you asked me before, I thought the Kings. I thought any Western Conference team would beat just about any Eastern Conference team.
Yeah, that surprised me.
The California is king this year. I thought San Jose, Anaheim, and L.A. were like the 3 best teams.
Isn't it unbelievable that the L.A. Kings had to win 3 Game 7s on the road?
Unbelievable.
On the road, folks. That's never been done before.
Unless if they sweep the Rangers, they won't do it. But they're going to tie or break the Bruins record for most postseason games.
Is that right?
We had 3 7-game series and a 5-game series.
Yeah. They were down 3 games to none.
Yeah.
San Jose.
Came back and won.
That's incredible. I hope you hockey. Again, people are wrapped up in basketball, but yeah, I've never seen a team that gets down by 2 goals and doesn't. They actually get better.
Yeah, unbelievable. And I love that they have an American goalie, an American captain, a New
Why
Englander.
should that matter? The last I checked, the planet's round.
Oh,
That doesn't sound like Nick DiPaolo, does it? Because it's not.
I root for the Americans. I love the Americans.
Me too.
I mean, I like the. I don't know.
No, I'm telling you, this is me when somebody scores. We yell in Italian in my house.
Oh, fun.
When hockey's on.
Are you excited about the World Cup? You getting into the World Cup this year?
You're actually asking me that with a straight face.
I love the World Cup. You got to love the World Cup.
They could play that in my front yard. I'd be going, get the fuck off my lawn, you French fruit cup.
I love the World Cup. It gets spicy. And in a story, everyone's arguing about it. They yell about it.
I know. I lived in a story when the World Cup was going on. You know what else happens? You go into a restaurant, you can't get any service because everybody's in the kitchen watching the game.
Right.
19 illegals. Surrounded around a black and white.
It's sort of similar
I'm
to
waiting
hockey
for my
in ways.
shake fucking chicken parmesan.
They're similar games. It's similar to hockey.
It's not even close to hockey. It's why I hate it, because it's not hockey. It's a fun sport to play, and I understand the world appeal.
Right.
Okay, and I don't question the athletes and shit. I'm just saying it's not a spectator sport, not for Americans. They've been pushing this on me since I was 6.
Right.
Saying it was going to be the big thing, and it still isn't for a reason. Okay, like I said, nobody wants to watch teams play in the friggin' neutral zone. I can appreciate the skill and all. I'm just saying, as a spectator sport, eat me. It sucks.
I enjoy it. I enjoy it because you earn that excitement when it gets close to the net. It's like, and similar to hockey, it happens a lot more. Obviously, I like hockey a lot more.
Well, that's what I mean. I need, and basketball is just too much the other way, where people trade meaningless baskets for 2 hours.
I agree.
I've had this discussion on every podcast. Folks, I promise I won't do it next time, but soccer, I'm so tired. I've been hearing it's going to be the next best thing since I was in first grade. I just can't, So
hockey's the happy medium for you.
It's right in the middle.
Between soccer and basketball.
Yeah, because when you get a scoring chance, like you said, there's a lot weighing on it.
Right. But that's why I feel
But you don't have to wait an hour and a half
right.
for another.
But soccer, you get a corner kick. It's very exciting. It's a big chance, and then it goes away. And then when you start to see it develop, and you're like, oh, my God, oh, my God.
Oh, my God, oh, my God. Oh, he kicked it out of bounds. So now he's going to throw it in like a girl with 2 hands over his head.
Well, I dig it, and I do my pool every year, and you're welcome.
Oh my
to get
God,
in.
you're in a World Cup pool?
I do my own pool every year. You put in $20, and then you draw teams randomly, and then you win. Last World Cup, I spent all the money, and then I had to go into my savings to pay
You had to go
it
into
off.
your kick?
Yeah.
You had to go into your own kick?
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I lost a lot of money in 92 World Cup. I had Ghana -2 versus India. And India came down with the shits. The whole team. From a Chick-fil-A, by the way, ironically, not India.
Yeah.
So you really do get into
love it.
Astoria, by the way, folks, for people that it's literally the most diverse neighborhood in the nation.
Yeah, they speak like 168 languages.
And that's just
only
in one bodega.
That's my apartment.
That's right.
My-
Your apartment. That's right. You got that Indian guy. I slept there.
He watched, my Indian roommate watched my Letterman. He was like, oh my God, you cleaned up well, Joe. You look good in suit. He couldn't believe it. He was like starstruck.
That is
I don't think
so
he knew that I was a
funny.
comedian. I've lived with him for 8 years. And he was like, I could not believe this. You look great in your suit. This is nuts.
I stayed over Joe's once a couple years ago, and there's a sheet blocking the doorway to a bedroom. Honest to God, a sheet, folks. I swear to fucking God. And I kind of look, the sheet isn't completely covering the door. He's like 2 inches. So I peek my head in. I see a guy that looks like every limo driver in Manhattan. No, he looked like the Indian guy from Seinfeld.
Oh, right.
That's
Babu.
what I see. An Indian guy in his late 60s staring at me.
Right.
And I'm going, what's he doing in there?
He lights incense and shit. It smells like a little seance.
Right
in
after
there.
he lights his farts. 7 pounds of curry before he hits the sack.
Well, he cooks on Sunday. He cooks for the week, so it just smells like crazy Indian
Smells
food
like
and
goat
whatnot.
balls.
Yeah.
Right?
So he sacrifices stuff in there. And it's a whole thing. He puts on face paint.
He offered me a dish of deep fried pigeon feet. They were.
It's fun. It's very diverse. And then we got Fred Cantor staying at the house right now.
Oh, that's Jason Cantor's
Jason
dad.
Cantor's dad, yeah. And
The guy I made a bet with that Romney was going to win. And old Freddie boy said, no way. And he's still looking to collect.
Yeah.
So he shows up at Letterman, and I'm, it's so funny. I said, I tried to hand him like $60.
Yeah.
That's what a steak costs.
Right.
He goes, I don't want that. I want to go to dinner with you. And I'm like, okay, but, and he's like, no, I'm here for like 10 days. And I wanted to go, well, what makes you think you're going to see me?
Right. It's like a Make-A-Wish. He wants to have dinner with you. You're his hero. Are you kidding?
I'm his hero.
He's a huge Tough Crowd fan. He loves Tough Crowd, and he likes talking politics. And he likes comedy.
How can he be such a liberal dope with his politics?
He's not a liberal dope. He's a smart, educated, former lawyer.
I know
liberal.
he is. I'm kidding. I like Fred.
Great guy.
Cancer, too, survivor.
Yes, cancer. Yeah, he's got a bunch of cancer.
Did he beat it?
Yeah, he hasn't had it in like 2.5 years now. He gets it annually every September, but he's beating it.
Oh, anally.
Yeah, anally.
No, I swear to God, I thought you said anally.
They jam it in there.
I thought it was on his leg.
No, yeah, it's on his leg, but it dripped down from his anus.
Once a year. Oh, is it? It's metastasized?
Yeah, he shit it out into his calf.
But, yeah, I didn't, no, I like Fred, so I just have to avoid him for another 8 days.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Well, I'm going to Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah,
I got a pit in my stomach. It's not exciting. It's fun being on stage. Quinn hates that room. Joe's yawning. Again, every time I have him up here, he yawns right in the middle of the
I'm laying down. You gave me 4 pillows.
Oh, for Christ's
sake. I'm on a
sake.
recliner with 3 pillows, and you gave me chamomile tea, and you gave me a Xanax, so I snorted it right before we started. Wow, that's also dim lighting and...
No, it isn't dim lighting. I left the overhead light on specifically so you wouldn't fucking yawn into the microphone.
Occasionally I yawn,
I mean, come on.
I get nervous.
You should be excited. You took a train up here. It's a big thing.
I am excited. I think I'm getting a ride back, right?
Oh, you keep yawning, you're not. I'll fucking drag you behind my car.
I got a hot set at the Strip tonight. The old comic strip.
But you got that Letterman juice now, see? So some broad who's trying to be a comic is going to see you.
Yeah.
And go, I saw your Letterman spot. Can I touch your dirty nuts?
Yeah, I can't. I got the girl now. I got to marry my girlfriend because she cried.
She cried why? I told you, Gallman hit her with an M&M. She wouldn't shut up during this set. Maureen started to talk like right when you came out, and I went, shut up!
Oh, my goodness.
Who I like, by the way. I like Maureen.
She's
good-looking
great.
bro. Canadian, though.
Yeah, all of those things.
You know?
Boy, it was real fun. It was quite a day. And now I'm back to normal. It's a bummer. No one cares now, and it's all faded away.
That's not true.
It's exciting.
You said you talked to Jimmy Serpico, who was Dennis Leary's partner.
Well, they emailed. We're going to set up a meeting, I think, but then I haven't heard back again yet, so I get nervous.
That's how that works. Well, don't get nervous over that.
Yeah, don't get nervous. Don't get nervous.
No, I know Jimmy well. I gotta get in touch with them too.
Yeah,
they used to be. I don't know if I fell out of favor with them, but they used to use me for everything.
Right.
The first couple roasts,
right.
where Dennis produced, and then the comics come home.
Oh,
He's yawning again, folks.
It's contagious. I'm laying down. It doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? I need a smoothie. That's what I need.
Give you a fucking smoothie. Give you a smoothie with Coke in it. I'm ready to break your sobriety right here. Honey, get him a glass of, you know what, Maker's Mark, please. Pour it over your head.
Can you get him a drink?
Can I get a drink or something? What movie was that from?
There's some cognac in the fridge. Just sweat it out a little bit. A little food in the icebox.
Yeah, what was that from?
That was from The Godfather.
Okay. That's Joe's dad in the balcony halfway through Joe's set.
Yeah, I don't know what my dad thought. I don't know what the hell. You know what I mean?
Tell me what he has said since.
He said 0 things about it. 0.
He didn't say, nice job, son.
No.
Nothing.
No, nothing.
Oh,
he never
my
does.
God.
I have quite a complex. Yeah, it's a problem. One time, I don't know if I told you this story, but this is when I was drinking with my parents, and my dad's like, I know my dad loves me, and just like my son knows I love him.
Oh, that's his way of
and
saying
then I was like,
I agree with that
And I was
statement.
like, I don't know either of those things. I think you hate me, and I think your dad hates you, too.
Oh, what do you need him to finger pop you?
I don't know. A nice I like you would be nice. A high five, maybe. A handshake.
I
a
like
kiss
you.
on the lips. I don't know.
No, but that was him saying I love you.
Yeah, I think, someone's told me before, I was like I have some friends visiting, and I was telling some stories, and he was just like watching me and laughing. So I have to like take it. I'm like, I guess he enjoys.
He must really like you.
Yeah, he's got a little thing for me.
Maybe he'll ask you out on a date. Well, your old man's not that old, though. There's that generation that's like that, like my dad's age. My dad's going to be 79 this fall.
My dad was born in 57, so he's like 57 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, 57.
That's a little young. They're usually more touchy-feely guys of that. My dad's 20 years older than your old man.
I don't know. I think it's that Irish Catholicism.
It is
thing.
Part of it.
They're very...
That and the 12 margaritas, and he doesn't recognize you.
That's like... It's like, I told you that story. I watched John Mulaney's special with my parents, and Mulaney does a joke and goes, when you're Irish, you hold in your feelings, and then you die. And my mother fucking shit her pants laughing, and my dad's just staring at her like real serious. Like, what is that? What's funny about that? My mother's just crying. Yeah.
I don't remember my old man saying that he loved him. I just know. I think I actually said this on stage. I go, yeah, I sort of had a feeling. Like when he, come to every game of mine when I played football up at Maine.
Right.
And in high school, he'd leave work at 3 in the afternoon, had to drive me into Boston at rush hour to get a leather harness to keep my shoulder in the socket so I could play that weekend. And when I dislocated my shoulder in Winthrop and he had to find a hospital and he put me in Little League and...
Right.
But, I bet you your dad is a little, because of the Irish Catholic thing. I don't know.
One time my dad, I remember having a fever when I was a kid, and some guy, he cut some guy off, and then because trying to get to the doctor, and then the guy, like, confronted him. My dad was like, hey, fuck you, I got a sick kid here, fuck you. And I remember being like, oh, that was something. Even at like 9, I was like, oh, wow, that was...
I like the fact that he's rushing you to a hospital because you have a fever.
Yeah, it was... Oh, I had like a...
What, did you get bit by a snake?
Well, I was hallucinating, and I had like a temperature of like 103 or something.
Holy shit.
It was wild, yeah.
Did they leave you in the car at Target?
It was fun. My dad left me in the car at Papagino's one time. Oh, he almost left me at Papagino's. I was playing like the Atari game. And I looked up and he was gone. And I ran out and I banged on the passenger window and he was already backing up. And I just looked at him and I think he's got a complex about it. I do too. We got a lot of things to work out, but
But he didn't say anything about the Letterman thing.
No, he doesn't say things.
My father, in an interview, they did some interview about comedy with me, and my parents were in it too. I guess they called my parents after they talked to me. And my father goes, yeah, I like it, okay, I could do without the language.
Oh, wow.
And I called him. I go, what the fuck's your problem? And he said, go fuck yourself. Don't ever go over my head again. You've been warned. You motherfucker. Watch that again for the 11th time.
11? I bet more than 11.
No, it's about 11.
Really? That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Not like you. Christ's sake, I met you. You had already seen Goodfellas 106 times.
I've probably seen Goodfellas 150 times. I love it.
Anyways, yeah. I wanted to bring Joe on because it's a big deal. He broke his cherry.
Yeah, it was very exciting. I appreciate you being there. It was really fun.
I'm glad you had me.
It was.
I had to talk him into having me come. He had like 6 other people. I was last on the list. What the hell else? Oh, before we go, let's talk about, and God bless these guys, Tracy Morgan.
Oh, yeah.
And this horrible accident this weekend.
Yeah.
On the Jersey Turnpike, which doesn't surprise me, because it is the most I swear to God, between that and the Sawmill Parkway, I can't believe I'm still alive. Those are the only 2 highways that I drive. But they are, I was reading the paper, they call it the Black Dragon. That's what the state cops call the Turnpike.
Oh, really?
Excuse me. Yeah, they say even when you're a cop, they won't let you work it for like the first 18 months till you learn it.
Why? Because it's so dark on there?
It's dangerous. It's just so many lanes.
Right.
People drive like maniacs, and there's a ton of trucks. And at one point it says trucks, stay to the right, cars to the left, and I see why.
Well, yeah.
Because every time I'm on that goddamn thing, I'm sandwiched between 2 18-wheelers, a rig in front of me. I forgot to move the phone. Ignore that, folks. And it's just really friggin' dangerous.
Right.
And God bless these guys, man. Artie Fuqua, he's a guy that you all know him if you go to the Comedy Cellar. He hosts almost every show. One of the most likable guys you'll ever meet. Genuinely, one of my favorite people that I've met.
Great guy.
And I know Tracy a little bit,
Yeah.
And I think... But Artie, you said Artie's in rough shape?
Yeah, I think he's in pretty rough shape. I mean, nothing's official or whatever, but it's not good.
It said critical, in paper.
I think he remains in critical condition. And critical is, that's bad news. I mean, critical is...
They use it more now. It's more ubiquitous, the word critical, than it used to be.
Right.
You know? It's all they throw it around a lot now.
Right.
But and I'm hoping that's the case here. But what you told me, I mean, he sounds legitimately critical.
Yeah, it's bad news. He met my parents that night of the Letterman. We went with my parents. My parents met him, and he hung out with us for a few minutes. And it was like the next night, I guess.
Yeah.
But Artie's just a great guy and just an unbelievable amount of energy. I think he's 69 years old, for God's sakes.
He's in the paper, I said he's 43?
I think he's 43, yeah. And but just unbelievable energy, great host.
Charisma, oozing charisma.
Yeah.
I've just never seen a guy enjoy his life more. A guy just lost his son a couple years ago.
Well, that's
the
thing.
tragedy.
He's got a daughter, too, who just lost her brother, and now this. He's got like a teenage daughter. It's fucking crazy.
And Tracy, it sounds more like Tracy is in better shape than Artie.
Yeah,
from what you tell me.
But I've also heard that this is all rumors too. I feel like someone also said that like there was rumors that Tracy's doing all right, and then someone else said that that's all bullshit. That's just like the paparazzi's trying to make up stories that he's not doing real well either. So I don't really. It all seems like hearsay.
In the paper, which isn't paparazzi, they said he was smiling with a neck brace on. But again, what does that mean?
But then, yeah,
he broke his femur and he broke his ribs and his nose and.
Right. I talked to someone that said he thought that was bullshit. But then no one fucking knows.
Now, who was that? Dr. Skelly?
It was Dr. Phil.
And then what was the other guy that died? Jimmy
Mack, James McNair, who's a 63-year-old comic.
I know, and still doing it. God bless him.
Yeah.
And he lives up in Peekskill, not far from me.
Yeah.
And can you imagine still out there banging away?
Right.
And he was a big influence on Tracy and these guys.
And then my buddy Harris Stanton was in the car too, but he just like hurt his wrist and has been released. So, but he's gonna have that survivor's guilt, I guess, also. But yeah, I don't know. Harris is a great guy, former pro ball player, baseball, bosoms mate.
Bosoms. That would be a reference from Jaws.
That was a Jaws reference, yeah. So we're all
pray for these guys, good guys, and really, I was shocked. It's funny. On Saturday, I come down, I check my email, right, and there's something from my agent saying the Boston Herald called, and they want you to comment on Tracy Morgan. That's all it said.
Right.
Now, I had no idea because I have no TV, right, because of the roof.
Right.
So I have no idea what's going on. I thought they meant he must be performing in Boston, and they want me to comment on his comedy.
Right.
Which I'm like,
Right.
I'm busy. So I had no idea. And then I, find out the next day then I put two and two together.
Right.
So, Jesus, I was shocked.
It's weird. I was at the Cellar last night, and more than anyone, the Cellar is they keep it a real family atmosphere. It feels like you belong to a family there.
That's right.
And Artie's there so much that it's a somber feeling. We're at the table and we're sort of goofing around, but it's sort of all very lighthearted.
I've been at the table for a lot of tragedy there, man.
Yeah, it's a strange thing, and Artie is such a fixture there. I mean, he's there when he's not working there. He's there.
Whenever somebody dies, they always say, "Oh, this guy is bigger than life."
Right.
He really is. This guy fills a room with like a positive energy,
right?
Which I can use at all times,
right?
But always gives me a hug and just so yeah. Say a prayer for these guys and that table, man. First, it was Manny hired this guy who was like a fix-it guy. He was an ex-con. He was a biker,
right?
And Manny said, "I will give you a job." Manny Duomo was the guy that used to own the Comedy Cellar. I'll give you a job, on one condition, that you have to, be honest with me.
Right.
And the guy was working there for like 3 years.
Right.
He could fix anything, unbelievable. He dies of a heroin overdose.
Oh, wow.
Then Manny gets cancer like a year later. He's gone. And then Geraldo, then Patrice. And like you said, it's a family.
Right.
And Let's hope these guys pull through.
Yeah, for sure.
Why the hell they ended on this? It was such a upbeat show, but I just looked down at my notes and wanted to cover everything.
Right.
All right, Joey boy. So the Cellar tonight. Should I do my jokes right now?
Yeah, do your joke. I don't know how I'm going to get up from here. By the way, these pillows. I'm stuck here forever.
No, I have a
a pulley system.
No, there's a thing under that couch. Airbag. When I hit this button, you're going to go through my kitchen roof and land in a fucking tree. Yeah, I was going to do my, I don't know if I should do the, no, I won't do the bits now.
Well, they're great bits.
I was going to, well, there's one bit that I think I'm going to do. If I do Letterman, but I was going to do this thing where about political correctness is out of control, even at my dentist office. He's got a poster on the wall, and it was so politically correct, it was making me angry. It was called Life's Little Lessons, How to Be a Nice Person and Enjoy Your Life at the Same Time, and there was 50 things.
Yeah.
I read them all, and I've only done 2 of them. The first one was when you meet somebody, treat them the way you'd want them to treat you. So, yesterday I spent an hour giving a Jehovah's Witness a back rub, making him a BLT. Second one was be the first to say hello. That's how I get in this mess with a Jehovah's Witness in the first place. So,
I love that.
The third one was never refuse an outstretched hand. Even if it's really chubby, coming from behind the shower curtain of a girl you just picked up in a dark bar. The next one was, at least once a year, enjoy a sunrise and a sunset. Which I can do thanks to my Virginia ham-sized prostate. I could do both of those during 1P. Never refuse homemade brownies. That's a type of advice that kept Sandusky in business for 20 years. Always sing in the shower. Even if I'm in prison, surrounded by 5 Crips who haven't had sex in 2 years, let me belt out something from Guys and Dolls. Always wave to children on a school bus, even if the judge told me not to. And what was the last one? This is only 8 of 50 of them. Think big thoughts, but relish small pleasures, which is exactly what my wife does when I'm having sex with her. So
that's gold.
It's a tricky bit because, like you said, with a regular bit, it's just your words.
Right.
With this bit...
Yeah, you got to remember some douche's sentences.
Exactly right. But I think it's self-contained. And you know how you get a round of applause, hopefully. It takes up a lot of time.
Right.
And then I was going to also do the cell phone bits and how my friends are obsessed with them and I don't get it. And they're like, well, they can do anything. I'm like, what? Well, you can watch movies on them. I'm like, well, I can watch movies at home. But that's not the point. You can watch movies anywhere. And I'm like, what's the rest of that bit, Joe? You can watch movies anywhere. And I said, where are you watching movies? And they're like, at work. Oh, you're watching movies at work. Okay. I wonder why China's economy is growing 50 times faster than ours. In China, they tie a guy to his workbench. If he doesn't make 50 Tupperware lids by 5 o'clock, they put a bullet in his head. Meanwhile, over here, 400 Americans are about to die on a train because the conductor's watching a Silver Spoons marathon on Hulu.
That's gold. It's a beautiful sentence.
Excuse me. Dad, are you go?
Yeah, so that's let's see if I can memorize it. That's part of it. And the other bit I might do that I told you about.
Right.
All right, kids. Joe's falling asleep. I gotta
I'm not
shut
falling
this down.
asleep. I'm listening. I'm happy. I'm enjoying. I'm just comfortable.
No, I'm kidding.
I got 3 pillows.
We've done enough.
Folded in half.
Again, I don't get paid for this.
I feel like I'm laid up here.
What time is it?
I have no idea.
It's 5 of 6.
Ooh.
I want to get down there before 8 o'clock. So I'll go upstairs. I'll make you fish sticks and pudding.
That's in my contract.
And
I got 3 pillows, 4 fish sticks, and 2 puddings.
I'll have a broccoli smoothie.
Yeah, let's make some smoothies.
With an M&M topping.
Touchdown. You got any pizza? Maybe we should get a pizza.
All right.
Order up a
I'll
pizza.
think about it.
Order up a pie.
Oh, see that?
Kissing the lips.
All right.
Workout.
I would love a pizza right now.
Maybe text my dad, find out what he thought.
Yeah, see if we can get something out of him. Fucking Rain Man.
He texted me when I went to Iraq.
Mick Rain Man, I should say.
He texted me when I went to Iraq. He said, I'm proud of you. Be safe.
He didn't say I love you, though?
Nah, maybe. He might have texted it. Maybe he did love
proud of you. Like you're going over there fucking...
Like I'm fighting.
Yeah, exactly. What are you, the lone survivor? Yeah, on Last Comic Standing.
I wish. That was a lone cutout.
All right.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Joey, nice job on Letterman.
Appreciate it.
I'm glad I got the breaking interview.
Yeah.
I probably didn't. That's probably bullshit, too. But, all right, kids, until I talk to you next time, clean your ears, wash your dirty asses. Take care.